Thanks. I usually forget. I don't. I don't have the habit of recording. Thanks for reminding me, Alvin. Okay. So last in the last batches, we have worked on applications like ETCS, on applications like banking applications like SBI Pay and ATM. Such kind of examples I've done. In this batch, so Yadgiri and Vishal asked me to work on some e-commerce website like Swiggy. So Swiggy application development will work on it. So here the main things, I'll just review once again. So main things, we'll work on a Swiggy application and we'll work from the start to the end. So any e-commerce website, how it is built, you can understand if you follow these sessions. Okay. So how in a practical way, not in a theoretical way, it's in a practical way, and you have to be really confident after these sessions. So exactly this is the way how it happens, even in the real world. These are not theoretical sessions. Okay? So many of them, in spite of in the last batches, in spite of taking them through the practical sessions, but still they were thinking that they need some kind of practical exposure. Okay? So this is exactly what happens in the real world as well. So just go with that confidence. So there is a guy, some XYZ guy. Okay, I'll take your names only, yeah. Okay, I'll take your names. So there's a person called Yadgiri. So he suddenly something flashed in his brain that he wanted. So he has witnessed his friends facing some issues with food. So earlier, before Swiggy, just go back before Swiggy days or before Zomato days. If you wanted to order the food, you have to go to the hotel, you have to pay the bill, you have to pay the money, you have to take the receipt and again give it to the counter, and then you have to wait for some time, and then they'll give you the or this thing package if you want a takeaway. They'll give you a package, and again you have to come back home. You have to eat that food again. So that was the earlier process. Then Yadgiri felt that no, we have to do something in this area because um, we are unable. This is a bit cumbersome activity. We want something like an easy way here. Is what Yadgiri felt, and he has come up with a high level idea that we have to develop an application, which is this thing. This is a high level business requirement. Okay. What he is saying is we have to develop an application where customers or end users should be able to order food on an application from nearby restaurants, and we need an logistics team to deliver the food from the restaurant to the customers. This is what the idea that came to Yadgiri's mind. Okay, so what is the next thing he'll do for that? He has done his background. Okay, he understood what is the business model. People have to uh, people have to download this particular Swiggy application, and then they have to check out for the nearby restaurants, and then they have to check in that restaurant what are all the cuisines available, and they have to place the order, and they have to pay the money through the app itself, and then they have to wait for the some time. Okay, so that is the that is the business model. Okay, so now he has a business model. What is the next step that this guy can do, Yadgiri can do? Come on guys, this is a practical session, so no listening, I need a discussion here. Just unmute yourselves and start speaking out. Okay, so we have the high-level business requirement from Yadgiri that he has to develop some application. So what is the next step after this? Guys, speak up.
So, as a business analyst, you once the client comes with the requirement,
No, 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 don't worry.
we would
Don't
see
worry.
if there is any similar kind of product.
No, no, don't worry about business analyst and
Okay.
all those things. Okay. So scenario is there is a guy called Yadgiri. Okay. He Yadgiri, or in your case, as yours is Manoj. Okay. You got an idea saying that you have to develop an application like this Swiggy kind of application where people were facing issues with the food and all. So now you wanted to develop an application like this. Okay, so what is the next step you'll do after you got this idea?
We'll see if somebody else is doing that.
No one, there's no one. I said that before Zomato and before Swiggy days. No, this is not available
Okay.
anywhere in the market. It's a fresh idea from your brain.
Okay.
You have a
Then
business model ready.
After receiving the
we'll
Huh?
reach out to the any software company to outsource the project.
Yeah, the first thing is you have to develop the application, right? So, as I said, right, in the initial classes, okay. So for nowadays, for every organization, the first base thing is the software application. Everyone is building on top of that application. Okay, if the software has become the base, on that base there are different departments that are establishing themselves. So even in this case, you have to first start building an application. On top of that application, you can embed other people's, okay, other departments or other areas. So first is you have to get a tech team for yourself. Okay, you're not a tech guy, you're a business guy. You want to do business, that is food delivery. Okay, but you are not a techie guy, right? Since you are a business guy, you are not a technical guy. No, you definitely need a technology guy. Okay, so you'll approach a company like Infosys, or you remember, right, how the pre-project activities happen. You remember, guys, how you send an RFP and how attach RFI, and then you get the you establish a pre-bid conference, and you answer all your IT teams queries. So all those
Questions.
things happen. All right. After that, after all those pre after all those pre-project activities, then you have decided that Infosys is a very good company. It's a competitive company. It's a very technologically sound company, and you have given the project to this company. You have hired it as your tech partner. Infosys is your tech partner, okay, technology partner. All right. So what happens next, guys? After you have hired Infosys, so after that pre-project period, after in the what is the end result of the pre-project activity? What happens at the last of the once the pre-project activities happen? You have done all sorts of. Let's go back to that slide. This one.
have a
Kickoff meeting.
stakeholder document.
Let's check it out. Pre-project activity. What happens? You will look at the RFP. You look at the RFI. You'll have a pre-bid conference. You'll have quotation. Then you'll do the technical verification, financial verification, and then you'll give it a SOW or a project charter statement. So or a okay. This is the end result of the pre-project activity. Got it, guys? So remember
Yeah.
in this format, Infosys gets a project, and the project manager or the program manager, the senior guy in that Infosys, receives the token payment. He receives the project charter or SOW. Okay, and this project chart or SOW contains what? It contains the objectives. The objective is to build an application where you can order food and from the nearby restaurant. That is the objective, that is the scope. And it will also have timelines. Okay, so within 6 months, I need this application, is what the business owner Yadgiri is saying. Okay, and he says, I'll give you 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees to create this application. Okay, and what is the payment mode? This also we discussed, right? So there are two types of payment mode. One is fixed bid projects, and the other one is time and material. In fixed bid project, you are saying that please develop this entire application for me, and I'll give you 10 lakhs. In time and material, you'll say that every day, how many people are working, uh, you have a rate for each person multiplied by how many hours that guy is working. Okay, so if a business analyst is working in your team, and you may charge $10 per hour. So if he's working 10 hours in a week, so 10 into 10, $100 this guy business Yadgiri is paying to the Infosys team. Okay, for a BA. And for similarly, for even if a developer or a project manager is working, you look at how many hours that guy is working and you'll pay accordingly. Okay, so these are all the contract details we have while we receive a SOW from the business guy. Okay, is it clear, guys? Still here? This is very practical, guys. Okay, so you have to really understand, and you have to be very clear on it. You have to say that you can't you can't afford to make some mistakes over here. Okay. So yeah, what
So
happens
something
next?
related to the payment and
Sorry, Manoj?
related to the payment or
This one?
the receiving type of mode of I mean the way it's built or the token payment and all. Would the BA be involved in this? Any of them?
Where is the BA till now? BA is he's not at all existed till now. It's only been
So no team is found yet.
BA is not at all. He didn't come.
So it's a
His introduction
pre-project.
is not yet done. Okay. So till now we are just understanding how
Okay,
this is
it's just
happening
a
before.
background of what happens before we get in.
The business guy and the Infosys guy. Okay. Business versus technical is only happening till now. Okay. So after the project is received for the Infosys, all these things happen. We define this objective, we define the scope, we define the timelines, we define the budgets, payment mode, all these things we define. Okay. After this, what happens? Don't look at the slides. Now you have received all the things. What is the next thing that will happen?
Kickoff meeting.
Okay, kickoff meeting. Any other?
Hire a team.
Kickoff meeting with business team.
Okay, Vishal, you? Vishal,
Mama.
yeah. What are the plan? You're silent. You're busy in other work.
No.
No, why are you not responding? Why are you so calm? So what happens after this particular task is done? When you get the objective, when you receive the tasks and all those things, when you get the budgets and timelines, what is the next thing that happens?
We'll start this kickoff meeting. Like sprint
You're
meeting.
not
We'll
focusing,
decide.
Vishal. You're not focusing at all. Come on. Please focus, okay?
Sometimes before that we'll receive the project charter from the project manager.
I said no project charter or SOW objective.
After that, we'll have a kickoff meeting with the business team.
How can it happen? Where is the team actually?
We will find
We'll
a
have a
team.
project team.
We'll
finalize the project team.
That's what that you should say. Now we have to finalize.
After that, we'll have a kickoff meeting.
Now after this step, you have to hire a team. You should say that's the answer. Okay. After the team is hired, then you can go to the kickoff meeting. Okay. Before you don't have a team. Okay. Now only project has come into the Infosys area, and now you need a team. Okay. So you need to bring in from some other teams, or you have to hire someone from outside, or you have to get some people from other vendors, from other strategic vendor partners. Okay. So the next logical step after this is hiring a team to work on this project. Okay, so you'll hire BAs, developers, testers, architects. Okay. and then you will issue these guys a project charter, which is the only document we have as of now. We'll share this project charter to these people, and these people will understand at a high level what is this project all about. Okay. Before issuing this project charter, if you invite them to the kickoff meeting, they are really confused. They don't know what is the project all about. Okay, so they are new to this project. What will they speak in the kickoff meeting? So you don't want them to look like a dumb guys, right, in front of your business team. So as a project manager, the project manager ensures that the team is having a minimal knowledge about this project. What is this project all about? What are the number of hours? What is the scope of the project? What are the timelines? Okay, budgets and all will not be discussed, but at least you'll discuss about the objective, scope, and all those things you'll understand from the project chart. Okay, now your team is equipped with the knowledge of this project, and from business team you will have that guy who has this idea about this app, and also he might have a team related to marketing, related to finance, related to other logistics and all. He'll invite all those people from business team, and from the Infosys team you will invite your team. These people, BAs, develop, and we all sit together and we call this meeting as a kickoff meeting. Okay, guys, is it clear?
Okay, Santosh.
Yes, Santosh.
Okay. So in the kickoff meeting, what happens? Imagine yourselves in this situation. Okay, you are in a kickoff meeting. What usually happens in a kickoff meeting?
It's more about the introduction, knowing the people who would support us from the business and what is expected from, what is the client expectation? Maybe the timeline and all.
Yeah, the scenario here is
the basic outline.
We don't know anyone over here. Okay. Or till now, the interactions that happened were only between the high-level business guy and high-level Infosys guy, techie guy. Okay, so all others are like very new faces to us. Okay, so the developer doesn't know anything about PAs or testers or about the business teams, and the same is the case with the business teams as well. So this meeting should be like a icebreaker or a kind of the first meeting that happens between both the teams, because we both have to work together. Okay, only then we need to get the requirement from the business team, what they want. Okay, the requirement till now we got is just a high level business requirement that they want a certain application, but we need to know in intricate things about all this application. Only then we can go and build this system. Okay, so this is the first of its kind of meeting. So we need to understand about this organization, this business. If it's a very new company, the discussions will be a little different. Okay, if the business is a very established business. Okay, so my first project was with Toyota. Okay, so the Toyota is a very established organization. It keeps on upgrading its applications. They call it as Kaizen. Okay, so it's a very well-renowned organization. Very well, it has its own business, and it's into software as well. So how you deal with these people will be a little different. Okay, and in this example, Swiggy is a very new company. It's an entrepreneur. They are the entrepreneurs. So how you deal with them? So you have to prepare with them. Okay, so everyone has to prepare something. Okay, you might give an introduction about yourselves, and if you can ask some questions. Okay, and normal regular discussions. Okay, and definitely the person who has set up this meeting will definitely give an overview of this, why this meeting is arranged. Okay, and what is the objectives? Why are we meeting here? We are meeting here to develop an application and have an introduction session. Okay, all those things will be done in this meeting. Okay, it's not specific to any software in any company. The first meeting will be like this only. Okay, so the reason why I'm explaining you so much is when you go to an interview, you should be able to speak up like as if you have really worked on this application and you know what happened, all the things during your kickoff meeting, what happened, okay, what happened during your initial of the before hiring, also what has happened. You need to tell all those things. Only then the interviewer will believe that you have worked. Okay, you shouldn't just say that I started gathering requirements and all like that. Okay, okay, and yeah. So what, after the kickoff meeting, what will we receive? Okay, in this software world, after every meeting or after every kind of interactions, the output should be in a form of a document. Okay, it should be in a form of an artifact. So what artifacts will we receive after this kickoff meeting? Don't look at the slides. Just think about your from your mind. So what will happen after this kickoff meeting? What is the main objective? The main objective is to meet the
Stakeholder.
uh, business people, and business people also their main objective is to meet the tech team whom they are going to work with. Okay, so in this meeting maybe we'll not get chance to meet with everyone. Okay, so that's why at the end of the meeting we'll share the stakeholder document in which uh, the business team will get all the people who are working from the technical team, who are the BAs, who are the developers, and all those details. Mainly, they'll get the details of project manager and the business analyst. Okay? Because developers and testers will not be working with them. Okay, and for you, for the technical team, you'll receive who are all the business people. Okay, who is the business owner? Who is the SME? Who is the operators? Who is going to give you information, who is going to be like your maker, who is going to be like a checker, who is the person who is going to give you a sign off, okay, who is like your consultant. All those details you'll get in this stakeholder document. Okay, so all the information, who is the team you're going to work with, you'll get that information. After that, what is the next step? After you receive this document, what is the next step? We have already discussed
Prepare a ratio matrix.
exactly. So with this, you as a BA, you'll create a RACI matrix. Okay. So RACI matrix, you remember, right, Manoj and Vishal? We will define it like who are the responsible people, who are the accountable people, who are consultant.
Yeah, responsible, accountable.
Okay, till now we are clear, right?
Yeah.
And also, we have some more information here. Like a business owner has the idea and he has the money to develop this. And tech teams are hired from Infosys. Okay, Swiggy has various themes. Okay, one is business owner. What are all the stakeholders who are involved in this application? Is the business owner, the tech team from Infosys, the logistics team. Logistics team is the delivery partner for us. Okay, so neither the tech team nor the business team will go and deliver food. Right, we need another team, that is a logistics team. And we have restaurants. Okay, neither of these people prepare the food. Neither business team nor tech team or logistics team. The restaurants will prepare the food. And the customers, these people will place the order. Okay, and the payments gateway or bank. So the payments again is a separate entity altogether. They do all this what do you call this, accounting and all, accounting, balance, and all those things. Again, there's a different team altogether. Okay, payment gateways and banks. We forgot one more one more team here. Guys, can you recollect? We need one more team over here.
Legal.
Legal is
Scrum Master.
Scrum Master and all will come in the tech team only, no, Vishal. Scrum Master is a different, separate team or what? Something. They'll come in the tech team only, right?
Anna?
Till now, you are not getting clarity, guys. I'm really unhappy with you guys. Scrum Master is it a separate department? They'll come in the tech team only. Why are you getting confused? They'll be part of Infosys only, right? So legal team could be one thing, okay, but it's a very minute one. Will be made. Okay, let it be. Okay. Legal, regulated, and all. Okay, we'll add it in one, but it's very minute. Okay. One more important thing is think of it, guys. Two more. Again, one more. As I recall, I got one more team. Come on, guys, you're a business analyst. You need to analyze the business. Who are all involved in this business, you should understand. Navigation, okay, that Google map thing. So no one creates that one. Okay, so the business owner, even tech teams also don't create it. We buy it from vendors like Google or Apple or someone who is creating this maps. Okay. Maybe we'll have a separate marketing team as well. So what is this called? What is this process of writing all these people over here? Maybe it's called as enterprise analysis. Or stakeholder analysis. Okay. So this is the duty of the BA, right? We have to check who are all involved in this application.
Do we also deal with marketing of that?
You won't deal with them.
Would that be dealt with?
You just need to know who are all, because on the application you're going to develop, okay, these all people will be on top of working on this application. Okay, there is no physical entity for this wiki. There is no office as such. Everyone is sitting on your the application you're going to build. So look at here. This is what you're building here. This big circle. On this big circle only, all the other departments are sitting. Okay, so you might give them this space here. For finance team, you might give us some little space here, and for marketing team, you might give us some more space here. For other teams like that, you'll give. So you have to keep in mind what are all the teams that you need to give them space on the application you're developing. You have to be clear with that. Okay, guys. So these are all practical things. Okay, so it's not written in any book or anywhere. You have to think from your brain. You have to sit on top on it. Think. You might get some more teams over here if you think for some more time. Okay. So during these practical sessions, you need to really focus a lot, guys. Okay. So what happens next? Again, my question again. Now we have done some enterprise analysis, stakeholder analysis. You have done. Okay, so what happens the next? What's the next step, logical step you can think of?
Would it be meeting gathering requirement?
Yeah, so you'll set up a meeting, okay, with the stakeholders. The earlier meeting, kickoff meeting, was with many to many. Okay, so there were many people from technical team, there were many people from business team. That was a many to many meeting. In the many to many meeting, will not have a proper this thing. It was a very like a very high level, high by meeting. Now we want to set up a one-to-one, or a one-to-many meeting. Okay, so one-to-one means who is the first one?
It would be as BA.
Exactly. Good much. One-to-one, and this one?
It depends. It could be a
Depends.
client.
Yeah.
It could be tech team.
Not tech team. From business only someone will.
I mean,
Okay. SME or a functional manager or someone also. From the list you have received, you have prepared this stakeholder document, right? From the RACI matrix. From that, you'll set up a meeting with some other guy. Okay. And one-to-many meeting means you are the one. BA is the one guy. And many means with all the stakeholders, business stakeholders. BSL, right? They'll set up this meeting. Okay. And you'll set up and start gathering the requirements from them. Start gathering the requirements from these people. So now tell me guys, we already just before the session only we have understood how to gather requirements. So how do you gather requirements? What is the first and foremost thing you'll do before even while you start gathering requirements? What is the first thing in the requirements gathering? What is your main objective? You tell me. What is actually requirement gathering? What do you need in requirement gathering? You tell me, guys.
we need to know in and out of what exactly is looking for, if there's any competition in the market, and what is an outcome which client is expecting from us.
Okay. Any other better answers from anyone? Vishal and Yadri. What is that you are looking in the requirement gathering session? What do you want to do in these sessions? This was already discussed, guys.
We'll use elicitation techniques.
No. I'm saying what do you want in this during this? How you will perform is not. Be very attentive, guys. Here, I'm not asking how you will do these sessions. How you will do means you have to say illustration techniques will perform. I'm saying
Okay.
what you need. Do you need illustration techniques in this? I'm not asking how you'll do it. I'm asking what you need. What you need in this requirements gathering sessions.
Functional and non-functional requirements we need to understand.
That is in the later stages. Even before that.
Will Google? No. Sorry, nothing.
Tell me. Okay, man. I'm fine if you tell me mistakes. Tell me what is that? What will you do?
I was trying to say that first we'll Google it out about that company and try to gather like what all possible can we gather from this
you are saying how you are going to do. I'm saying what you are going to do. What is that you need out of these sessions? I'm not asking how you will do perform, what all techniques you'll perform. I'm not asking that. Maybe you can say it as document analysis. I'm saying by what is that you required? What is your aim, or what is the target for you during this phase of this project? In the requirements gathering session, what is that you need? Manoj was very close. Okay, so the correct answer is you need to understand the as is system. Okay, so the current process of the system. Okay, so as is system. Okay, or the current process of the system is what you require. Okay, So in this Swiggy situation, they will tell you that, what will they tell you guys? In this current Swiggy system, when you ask them about the current process, what will they say? You're asking them what is the as is system. What will the business guys say?
So as we are doing this project in early stage before we had any app, they would say that
There is no
no other
app. There
company
is
would
no
be
app.
doing this.
Nothing. There is no app. Nothing. Okay, they're the first and foremost company to develop an app on this model, business model. So they'll say the manual or the physical process. Okay. In that ATM example, also I told you. Okay. In my previous batch in ATM, they told the bank guys told the physical process what used to happen. Okay, a customer enters into the bank, they have to fill in an application, they have to submit it for for one of the teller over there, and they will give a coin, some kind of a coin token, and once the token number comes, then they have to go to the cashier and collect the amount. That is the as is process. Similarly, what is the process for these guys, food delivery guys? They'll say the same thing. Okay, what is happening? Okay, a customer feels hungry. After that, he will check the nearby hotel, nearby good hotel, and he goes to the hotel. Like this, they'll tell all the as is process. Okay, he goes to the nearby hotel and uh, checks the menu. Okay, and checks the menu. After that, he selects cuisine. Selects cuisine. After that, pays the bill. Pays the amount for food. Waits for the food to be prepared. Okay. After that, what happens? Food waits.